Let's talk about professional etiquette on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a social platform, but first and foremost, it is a professional website. Your profile is one thing, and it's always there for people to refer to when they want to find out more about who you are, what you do, what you have to offer. But your activity on LinkedIn matters just as much. Every post you share, every article, every like, every comment, every share, every tag becomes part of your personal brand and how your professional network sees you. So let me share the 3 most common mistakes I see people make on LinkedIn, sometimes even without realizing that those things might be harming their personal brand online. The most common mistake I see people make is bulk tagging for no apparent reason. Anytime you tag other people in your post, LinkedIn will show your post to their networks. So you kind of artificially boost your visibility on LinkedIn. And as great as that may be for you, what is happening for all those other people that you've tagged in your post is that anytime someone likes your post or says something about it, they get notified for no apparent reason. So they don't know why they've been tagged. Yet the whole day they are seeing these notifications that are starting to pile up really quickly and distract them from their day. Please don't get me wrong, I'm not against tagging. Quite the opposite. I think that it's a great way to bring more people together to collaborate and share new ideas and different perspectives. Just whenever you want to include more people, make sure that you do it in a meaningful way. That means that there is some real connection between what that person does for a living or what their personal brand is about and what your post is talking about. The second very common mistake people make on LinkedIn is what I call post hijacking. What is that? Imagine I published a post and let's say it talks about how to write a great resume. And my post is doing really well, so there are quite a bit of views, there's high engagement, people are talking about it, and that's the traffic that I generated due to my contribution to LinkedIn. And there are also people who see that my post is doing really well, and they use the comment section. So they steal that traffic essentially to promote their company, their service, or even to upload their resume for everyone else to see, hoping that someone in that comment section will give them a job. Guys, that's not okay. Anytime you post an external link in the comment section under someone else's post, what you're doing essentially is you're redirecting everyone who is viewing that post or reading that comment section to a different external resource. And sometimes it's okay to share that link in the comments, but only when that resource that you're linking to indeed contributes a ton of additional value to the discussion. But if you're sharing that link just to promote yourself, you're not only risking to have your comment deleted without any sort of notification from the author of the post, but you're also risking being blocked on LinkedIn because the author might report you saying that you did something that they felt was inappropriate and disrespectful. So if you want to promote yourself or your company or your service, maybe you can go and create your own amazing post about how great you are, and then the stage is all yours. And finally, the third very common mistake people make on LinkedIn has to do with mixing up sharing of someone else's post with borderline plagiarism. If you liked someone else's post on LinkedIn, it's totally okay to share it with your network. Let's just make sure that you do it correctly. Simply copying the text of the original post and sharing it as your own without any reference to the author of that post whatsoever, that is not sharing. That is plagiarism, and trust me, you don't want to be that guy. Basically, there are 2 other much more professional alternatives for sharing someone else's piece of content. Number 1 is, and you guessed it, clicking the share button right under the original post. When you do that, I do recommend adding your 2 cents on it, so that it's not simply the original post appearing as is, but it's you also sharing your take on the topic, or maybe you want to tell your network why you believe this piece of content is helpful, valuable, important, or why it resonated with you. And number 2 is you creating your own post and sharing your own take on the topic in your own words, and maybe tagging the author of the original post or sharing a link to the original post in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and it will not only help you be aware of these mistakes and maintain a highly professional image on LinkedIn, but it will also encourage you to share it with more people so they would also be aware, because sometimes people simply don't know what they don't know. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments.